Hello, testing, testing. Hello everyone, what's going on? Um, so this is gonna be my second stream on my road of becoming a developer. Um, so I'm gonna start with a little bit of who I am. I was supposed to record this last time, but um, some stuff happened and for the first 15 minutes of my stream I was muted, so yep. Um, my name is Daniel Cruz. I currently live in Maryland, United States. Um, I'm aspiring to become a front-end developer. I've been studying for about a year or so. It's been not I haven't been like straight up studying just programming. I've been also doing a lot of, well, some graphic design, and I was involved with what I would say some real world projects that took me longer than what I was expecting. So adding that to my work, um, yeah, it has taken me quite a bit of time, but I the actual purpose of all these streams is to show you that right now in 2021 it is still possible to become a front-end developer and being self-taught. A little bit of my background: I don't have a college degree. um, I I was about to finish high school back in my home country, which is Honduras. Um, but then I moved here. I went to high school for 2 more years because of the language barrier. After that, I went to college and I spent another 2 years on the ESL program. It was about 3 semesters um, doing the ESL program, so that took me a little bit of time. I ended up dropping out of college because I was for a area supervisor position at Kohl's, not Kohl's, sorry, Ross store um, here in Maryland. So after that, I just had other type of job, and right now I'm trying to become a front-end developer. What I've been doing, some of my projects has been let me show you. So this was one of the first projects I made. Um, this was for the Embassy of Honduras, here in Washington D.C. So they were having a problem where for some reason the software they were using didn't interact well with the calling system that they had. So they needed to implement a simpler way to have a call system. And I thought, oh, okay, that could be a web application, because they needed to do some mobile consulate, which means they will move from the embassy to rent for, like, let's say 3 days or so another place in order to do passports and stuff like that. So the idea here was a way that they can easily just go in, plug in the speakers on the computer, and just start calling people. So they will type a name here, let's say John, and they can select the language. For testing purposes, I'll utilize English. It was meant to use in Spanish. Sorry for that. So if you click here, call
John, Ventana 5.
So that will do. Just go call people and direct them a little bit better, because they were supposed to be in other rooms. So it was really hard to implement a system to call that. So yeah, that's what I did. It was supposed to look this way, but I had trouble doing the programming for this button. So what we're supposed to do is, I'll have here llamando means that is currently calling this person. So the person will type the user will type the client's or the customer name here, and they will click the speaker button in order to call a person. And once that is done, they can click next. So this name will go here, which is pretty much the person who are currently working, and then this space here will remain blank. After that, once they finish with this person, they will type another person here, another person's name here. They will call them, they will click next. So this person, which was currently being called or being served, it will go to the anterior, which means the one before. So I'll have the one before here, the one that is currently being called here, and then this one will remain empty for the next person to come. So I did this in Adobe XD. But I had a limited time frame, because they needed for a specific event, so that's why I couldn't finish it. And I had a little bit of struggles with JavaScript back then, so for time reasons and skills, I would say that I couldn't finish it, but I will finish it. This was one of the first projects I made. I've been doing this is the music that I use to, it's not copyright or anything. Let me show you. So here are some of the other projects that I have worked on. They're just a few examples. I hope that you can see them properly. So this one right here, these two right here, this is promo. I was working with a company back in Honduras Um, the company that is situated in Honduras, I've been still here in the United States. Um, so I was just doing, some data entry and graphic design. I created this for the social network, social media. Oh, same as this one right here. Um, I worked with them for like, I don't know, about 8 months or so. I was doing their social media utilizing Illustrator and Photoshop. So that's where I started learning a little bit more of graphic design and how it be implemented mostly on social media. I didn't do that much of like news ads and stuff like that. It was mostly social media. Um, this one says Comida Latina, and this one right here is for another company that is situated here in Maryland. It's a they have a little restaurant. So I was trying to help them to have a more of a social media presence. I designed their logo. I was doing some of the social media. I was planning on doing a website, but from I could have done it, yes, but the logistic that they had wasn't enough, or like it wasn't what they needed it first. So they have been working on other stuff, and hopefully once they get enough customers and everything, now we can go ahead and process and do the website. But that remains froze for right now. Here I have one that says welcome to the Meow. This is one of my personal projects. I'm building a clothes store that we're gonna sell clothes online. So that's just a personal brand that I've been working on. Let me see if I can show you a little bit of what I've been working on. Sorry, it is in Spanish. Most of these projects have been meant for Spanish speakers, and the reason why is so I'm obviously a Spanish speaker, right? And at first I didn't really know if the whole becoming a self-taught developer was going to work. I wasn't really confident of myself, I'll say, and that I'll add the fact that, well, first of all, I didn't really manage the main language in order to become a software developer here, which was English. Funnily enough. First of all, second of all, even though you have trust in yourself, you still don't know if your skills are good enough for you to become a software developer. So, or like a UX designer or a graphic designer. So what I was aiming at is I couldn't really just quit my job because I have other responsibilities, have bills to pay and everything, and credit cards, stuff like that. So I thought that I was gonna learn how to do it, and I was gonna start as a freelancer. And once I get enough clients and enough experience, I can go ahead and attempt to, become an actual software software developer or UX designer. I'm highly interested in both of them. I believe that they should be. Well, I'm starting right now, right? So this example only applies to me, but I believe that we should be that I should be focusing on both because I come from a customer service background, and I know that if the customer is not appealed, if the customer doesn't like what he sees, he's not gonna buy anything. And at the end of the day, we will be building projects. Like, I feel like when I build projects, I have two responsibilities. I have a responsibility to fulfill the customer side, but also the my employee side. So I wanted to make money because that's my goal as a software developer. Build projects that will generate X or Y result. That will be either money or donations or social awareness, anything on that regard. And for the customer perspective is making sure that whatever you're doing is good enough for the customer, is that it doesn't hurt to see. You know what I'm saying? When you see it, you feel comfortable, you feel okay being there, and the design is not intrusive or anything. So um, the store is called Meow. Give me 1 second.
Spray Day is one day only this Saturday, so don't miss it. Shop local at Bray and Scarf, where it doesn't
I need to close the window. It's a little bit cold here. So the store is called Meow. It's child's clothes for boys and girls right now. So this was also one of my first projects that I've been working on. Let me show you another example right now. So this is it. This is the first part right here. Yeah. I was trying to do the mobile first. Oh, here I was just testing colors and font sizes. So welcome to the Meow. As I said, I'm sorry it's in Spanish. Once you go to infantil, niña, which means infant, girl, infant, boy, or you can either select the size and it will directly send you to that a specific size. You will be here on this side, either will be niña or niño, which means girls and boy. The products, so you have the main menu, the navigation bar. Here's supposed to be your here's supposed to show your username and your picture. So, and here's a small bar for you to look up for a specific item, anything. Here is implying that ver todo means that you're looking at all the items that are in that specific category. And then once you click filters, it will filter, like it will show you the filters that will be available for you to select. And here's how it's going to be, the items are going to be displayed. So we have the item here in the middle, and here's a small description of the item, the price, the talla means the size, and here's the actual size. From here you can either click the heart button and you can add this to your favorite, or you can click on the shopping cart and add it to the shopping cart, or click the plus button. That will pretty much give you a preview of what this item is, and it will show it to you on the full screen. So as you can see, you have 2x3 rows, and then it will show you some either ads or other. The staccados means like favorite items, or not like favorite, but I forgot the little meaning of the word, but a favorite, I'll say favorite will be a synonym, just to get moving out of that part. So you can just keep going, and then you have your footer here. This is the boys section, and here you have a little ad, something to to call the customer's attention to buy, and in this case will be free shipping to all Honduras for purchases from 700 lempiras and up. As I said, this is a small store that I started in Honduras for several reasons. First of all, it's it's not that expensive to start it, and if I'm doing the programming, I'm not gonna have that many customers, and I can manage the whole store by myself, and I'll get that experience. Like, what I'm trying to build right now is experience, not really interested in whether I make a lot of money and I become the next international clothing store or anything like that. Now I'm just trying to build up a project. So if you click the plus button, it will show you to you like this. It's just a bigger version of the small item that we have here. So it will show you different pictures of the item, the full description, the amount, the size, and still next for either if you want to get out of here, or for you to get out of this part, you can either click the X or click outside in the border. You can add it to your favorites, which will also close the app, or you can add it to your favorite, which will also close it. If you add it to your favorites, let me see. Sorry, if you add it to your card, it will show up like this. So it will close the image, this one, and it show you like this, so it will open sort of like the main navigation bar, but just for the card. It will show you the description of the item that you just upload. The logo of the company. Ver carrito means view the card. PayPal, and double check the item that you just got, and then a little bit of the recommended section right here, like recommended items and stuff like that. And Meow Honduras. Here's the main menu. So if you click here in the navigation bar, from the mobile perspective, I have open up account, or to log in. We have the girls' clothes and distributed in different sections. Then follow us on Instagram, email, and Facebook. I know it is even hard for me to see it right now, but I'm supposed to change these items into another color, probably black or some reddish color that I have, some brownish reddish color. I still haven't done it yet. So here will be the language for either if you want to change it to English or Spanish. As I say, I know that, well, I haven't said that, but I know that I should have done the English side to show you guys here, but just follow up with me a little bit. Did you find everything you were looking for? Remember to check our shipment policies, and here you have your card. You can proceed to the payment right here in this reddish, you know, for you to be just ready to click it and pay. Click it and pay. Here we have the back button, and like a small description of the item that you have in your account, the total, the amount of items that you have, shipment, the total estimated, and how much you paid for X or Y reason, and a section for you to add a promotional code, and a favorite section, and more recommended items. If you click proceed to the payment, it will show you it will send you to these three sections. It will send you to this section, which is contained into three small sections. The envío, which means shipment, got inspired by, I think it was Carter's, the way they structured the payment, and Amazon also, because I really like how Amazon is actually. This button right here was highly inspired by the way Amazon do the card, and everything is, you know, I believe it's highly interacting. It's ready for you to just buy the items that you want, so that's why I made it like that. Yep, just placeholders for you to put your information. That's shipment. Then you have facturación, which translates to like the way you do payment will be. So here you have three main ways: bank deposit, debit or credit card, or Tigo Money, which is a specific way in Honduras to send money, and then the main information about it. If you click, so this one is meant for deposito bancario, which means bank deposit. It gives you the information in the bank account and everything that you will have to process it, or PayPal. You can either click here in credit card information, and it will change this section right here. I've been wanting to do this. So far, the technologies that I know will be React, because of the containers and stuff. But I'm still studying. You know, my goals for programming languages will be just not mastering, but you know, getting better at JavaScript and utilizing and learning React, Next.js, Vue.js, and Node.js. That's the technologies that I'm interested right now in. Also, I liked 3.js. I have used Kaboom.js, which is to make video games. I was teaching my little sister to make how to make a small video game on the web. So that's why I started not learning, but you know, playing a little bit with the technology and stuff. Learning. So this is credit card, and this is Tigo Money, which is the other way for you to process the payments. Then here you have reseña, which pretty much is the end of the payments. Here you have the address, payment methods, the items that you'll be purchasing, and finalizar pedido. Once you finalizar pedido, to buy the item. Once you click here, it will just send you to this site, which is thanking you for your purchase, and a brief description of the purchased. Here is encouraging you for you to check the policies, the shipment policies, and bank information in case that's related to you. And, oh, this one was first the envio, which means your address and all that. Here's the customer service section, método de pago, which means payment method, términos y condiciones, which terms and conditions. So it will briefly explain you what they are about, and políticas de envío are the shipment policies. And if you click in ver ahora, which means view now, it will just open up this small window, which have a similar style with the close-up for the clothes.
Captain, we've got a new bearing.
That will explain to you, you know, all the methods and stuff like that, so you can click next for you to continue reading, or X, you know, for you to get out of here. Made it like this so the customer doesn't have to navigate a lot for them to get information, because sometimes it's, when I was searching websites to get inspired in order to build this one, I came with the problem that a lot of them, it was really hard to find like all the policies, and I don't know if it was something made on purpose or not, but I just find it, as a customer, I find it annoying. So that's not something that I will add on a website that I will create. You know, I want them to be able to check that everything is alright, and to learn that if there is any mistake or anything, you know, everything will be explained here. So that's the main purpose of here, and you don't have to go to another website and load another website for you to reach that information. It will be just a pop-up kind of thing. So yep, this is my like the personal project that I'm still working on the side. Another project that I have created is, I'm gonna show you the last project that I built. So it's called Silas Landscaping. It's a landscaping company situated here in the DMV area, Washington DC, Virginia, Maryland. So this was, don't worry, this is not my website. This was the website before. So it's a family-owned company, and my customer's wife paid someone to do this website without my customer's understanding of it, and she was just like, okay, just go ahead and do it, and she paid to get it done, and this was the result. They paid for the logo, and this is how it is structured. So it's structured as a 5 pages website. This one doesn't really work. Seems like a button, but it's not. This is the home. Here you can, I guess you can access to like the different social media. I believe the Twitter one doesn't work, and it actually, yeah, replaced the website that you're in right here. So that's a little bit of it's a little bit annoying. Here's the services that you have. So you have your main services right here, and then you have some other services listed. Oh, sorry, I just checked that I'm not showing anything. Thank you myself. So this is the website. Going back, sorry, I haven't get used to like the whole streaming thing. Sorry. Oh man, I was about to clap to say that Now we're back, but we're not. Give me 1 second. Here we are. Okay, so we're back. This is the website. It is a structured as a file website page. This button right here doesn't really work. This is the home section, the social media icons, and this is the logo that they have made. Services, a little explanation of the services. Some of the services that they do, there's no interaction here, and the list and the other list of services that they do. I guess this was made for like SEO purposes and stuff like that, but I don't think this method works anymore. Like, I don't think it counts anymore the amount of times that you use the words and stuff like that. It has some other metrics that I've been searching online. Yep, get deals, for you to sign up your email address. This actually doesn't work according to my customer. Here for you to send text messages, this one I believe doesn't work either. No, the mail one doesn't work, the mail one. So it is separated into two, mail and text messages. So they receive a text message every now and then the people who use email, they just and about us, that's the last part. So for this specific customer, I utilize still Adobe XD. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Here. So I have it in Adobe XD, but I just this is the way I send it to my customers, a PDF. Here's a style guide on how to use the the style guide of the website. A small style guide. I want to make at least a small one for each product that I do, just to keep it organized. I believe documentation in my websites are a really important key to succeed, because it's not just to utilize colors. It also means that you need a reason for you to utilize these colors. So by talking with my customer, what the reasons that the colors that they wanted was, even though it's called landscaping, here in Maryland you don't really do landscape, like you don't really do the normal landscaping services that you'll find in Florida, for example, all year round, because of the weather. So they also have a lot of services during for the winter. So we decided to go with green and blue, and the two shades of them as the main colors. So I'm still I should have translated this in English, but so here is sorry, I needed to drink something. So as I was saying, I have here the colors that I'm utilizing. I give them a small name, and the attribute in this case would mean principal, would mean the main color. Secondary is like secondary color. Yeah, secondary. Alternative colors, the type of letter that we're gonna utilize in, and their color code. so that in the future that this person either wants to work with me or with somebody else, they can have full. I know this information can be easily accessed on a website just by, probably screenshotting and throwing it in Photoshop and searching what specific color it is. But it's not I don't really want to complicate their job. My goal is to simplify the job. So that's what I'm doing. Take up the typography section. Sorry, I'm translating as I'm reading, so it can kind of mess up my pronunciation sometimes. I'm utilizing bold poppings and poppings for like the main website, so that's what I'm explaining right now. How will look the logo. I'm still utilizing the same icon. The reason why is it's good. There's no reason to change it, so I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna make them spend money on changing an icon that it works, it looks good, and at least I haven't found it anywhere else. So it's kind of unique. But what I did change was the letter, the typography. For the typography, I'm utilizing Monotype Corsiva, which is a Microsoft font. So it just makes it looks a little bit more serious to me, and not serious to like it is a huge, multi-million company that like landscaping company, but serious enough that the job will get done and it will have a professional but do it in a professional manner, and a small button information. So here's the actual website on a PDF on how I look. So one of the main aspects that my customer wanted to emphasize here was that it was a family-owned company. So I came up with all the typography, like the wording and stuff like that. I did Google some quotes on the internet and apply them here, but so we make your landscape dreams become a reality. A qualified and experienced family-owned lawn care and cleaning company with more than 15 years of experience in the DMV area. And then the call to action call now, just for them to either have for them to be able to see the number, and also for them to be able to click now and contact us now. Most of his customers are elderly people, so their goal is that their landscape will look good and they don't have to go to the hassle of to the struggle of actually doing it by themselves. So I found an image that has a old generation family here, the kids, like the son and the grandfather, like the parent, the son and the grandfather. A little bit of what the company is and the logo of the company, the commercial and residential services that we have. Some wording to fool a little bit the website, to add content on the website. Then contact us. This contact us work the same as this one right here, and then the contact information, Facebook, Instagram, and Yelp. and where they operate. So if you're in the area and you need a landscape company, here you have the information. 240-277-5278. You can go ahead and contact them. They're really good. If you go to contact us, it will take you to this website right here. So there's just a contact us form, and then the distribution of like where they're located, social networking, and a little bit about themselves, and the contact now in case you want to call instead of sending a submission form. That's how it was in PDF, and let me what is it, this one right here? Yeah, so that's how it is displayed in OBS. This is the website before, and this is the website now. I'm using Netlify as a server. I'm utilizing Netlify as a server because the person who built this website is not responding to my customer, and that person doesn't want to give them the URL. They don't really want any trouble or anything like that, so we're just gonna wait until the year pass so we can go ahead and buy the URL again, the domain again. This is the website. This is how it looks. A little bit of animation here when they scroll through the buttons, same as this one. This one, and it is pretty much the same. And here's the phone contact form. So this is the lighthouse to generate a report on how the website works. Oh, here you can see how it looks in the mobile version. Sorry. There you go. Okay, so this is something really important for me. I know it's just a landing page. It doesn't have that much JavaScript or anything like that, but in all my jobs that I have had and the way that I work, it was really important for me to have a great performance. So when I started building this website, I started building with the goal to be on the green side. I still need to implement more performance, and that will be by playing a little bit more with the pictures, as I have read right here, for the images sizes. But the accessibility, best practice, and SEO are also good. So I don't know. The metrics like this, I know they don't say everything about a website, and especially if it's a small website like this one, but I still believe it is really important, for you to have the mentality that everything that you do, it should speak quality, and I know I'm not the best developer. I'm not even like, I don't want to call myself a developer, because the stuff that I've been building are not ready yet, I would say. I don't know, or like they're getting ready, that's the way I'll put it. So this is the navigation bar. This is how it looks on a mobile version. The same for the form. So this was the actual last project that I built. I have other projects that I'm building on right now, including my portfolio. But for my portfolio, I want to build them with you guys. So for today, Wednesday, we're gonna keep doing the JavaScript algorithms and data structures from freecodecamp.org. Amazing site, amazing content. I have read and have been, working with JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, but you really need projects like this, especially if you're trying to take on a self-taught route, because you need the basics, and that's what the university teaches you. University teaches you the basics of everything that you will need in order for you to be successful. So if you're doing this by yourself, you truly need the basics. So you need to go through this type of content one or twice. My goal is to finish this content here on the streams, and to show you that I'm not a developer yet. I don't have a job yet. My first developer job hasn't happened yet. There are a lot of things that I believe they're not like a disadvantage, but some stuff that I would say they could pull me down, and those are, for example, I don't have a 100% fluent English, for example, and that sometimes make me doubt about myself. But well, I wouldn't know if I'm still good enough for me to be a developer or a UX designer or a UX developer, which if I could, I would like to get into that, because well, regardless of whether I become a software developer or front-end or UX designer, I'm still gonna be studying both. This is a software development route, so yeah, I will be mostly focusing on software development, JavaScript mainly right now, and after that, MySQL, which I have been interacting with before. I would love to learn Python. I'm really excited for me to start learning Python, but that won't happen right now. I know I need to finish what I have started, which is JavaScript. And once I get that, I'll keep moving on. And also I'm actually open to, like, once I get into my first development job, I'm pretty sure I'll need to learn more technologies other than just JavaScript and JavaScript frameworks and libraries. So I'm really open to pretty much learn whatever is needed, but that'll be my favorite, or like if I have to choose, the one that I'll be selecting. So I want to show you just a little bit of my coding for the last website. What have I done? I don't know. I'll move the top chat in OBS. Give me 1 second. Let me try to move it back. Move it. No. Okay, there we go. Turn up this one, turn on this one. Here, okay. Wait, before I show you this, here. Okay, so this is how I structure the website. I know it's pretty common, and I know most likely all developers that are starting on this, they probably do it like that, and it should be a standard to do it. So it's probably not like, oh, he did it, like a big reaction like that. But I just wanted to show you how I structure it, trying to always maintain quality. And even though I don't know I have a, the regular path, which is the college degree, and all that. I'm still trying to learn the stuff that it needs to be done, and I'm not trying to get any shortcuts or anything. I'm trying to learn everything as it needs to be learned, and trying to get all the basics. So I feel like you have to be organized from everything you do. File management, the way that you organize your code. I try to keep like clean practices on my code. I know that once you see my code you find 1,000 errors, but I'll try to fix them and I'll learn from them. Then that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is to show you that I'm not perfect, I'm not a genius, I'm not like a hero, like from 0 to hero. No, this is from 0 to 0.1. Development route is pretty long and extensive, and I know it's gonna be a hard work, but it's doable. And even if I have an accent or stuff like that, I know I can do it, and I know I can get my first development job here in the DMV area, or I don't know, remote or whatever. I don't know. In that case, I'll actually like to go to a company, to like the actual building, because I'm the type of person who likes to learn as much as possible, and I feel like that personal interaction will give me a benefit for me to interact with other people and be able to learn as much as I can. I'm not, when I'm in with the interact with other people, I'm not really a how can I say it? I forgot the word. I'm not an extrovert person. Yes, that's the word. I'm not an extrovert person. I'm an introvert. So, but as an introvert and being in customer service and managing positions, I learned that you need to work hard on the stuff that you're good at, but I want to work harder on the stuff that I'm not good at, so I can balance things out, yes. So here's a little bit of how it's structured, just the index and the contact HTML. Here's the CSS. One critique that something different that I'll do is I'll try to maintain a different CSS file for the contact and for the index HTML files, like to have them their own CSS file. The reason why I find it to be a little bit more organized. Here in this case, for my CSS file, I have over I have 1026 lines, and it's pretty simple, but if I want to go through every single line to fix something, I'll find it faster on different files, and I feel like that will matter from a professional point of view. So I got my images here, the image that I'll be using with the corresponding name, name and size. This one, for example, is 77 kilobytes, so I try to make them as small as I can with but always maintaining a good resolution for so they can, you know, look good. This one was 258 kilobytes, but I didn't actually use this one. I used this one right here because which is even more. But that's one of the things that I need to make better on the website in order to improve the performance. So what I was trying to do with this one was make it bigger. Hit this one right here. Was to animate the borders. I mean the borders, not the background. Same as this file right here, but didn't really. I was on a time limit, you know, so I need a percentage of as fast as I could. So probably I shouldn't have done it. I should have just, you know, go ahead and finish it as it is. But also on a UX perspective, I didn't really know how it would make sense for me to animate these two things. And most of the stuff on the website, they're not animated, so I probably should have more. I should have added more animation items to animate, so it can have like a reason for it, or it can have like a rhythm on the animation. That's one of the reasons why I just did it like this, because I didn't find it useful for me to animate just these little two objects, the two blues in the background, and the rest of the website wouldn't have that many animations. And it's not like I have to overload the website with animations, but it needs to have a rhythm kind of thing. So this is the HTML, I mean this is the CSS. Ooh, yeah, that. The index HTML. Hope you guys can see. I'm just giving you a small preview. You can pause and check it if you want it. That's the contact HTML. And here's something that one of the reasons why I think that I should have separated the CSS files was because my footer, one of I think it was the footer and some other, oops, here. Save. Wash item. What David's giving me promise? Oh yeah, the navigation bar. Navigation bar was one of the ones that was giving me problems, because on the contact HTML form, the navigation bar was different from the index. So I didn't really. When I try to get and fix the nav, and I start doing the styling on this nav, I started messing up the one on the contact HTML, so I had to give it another class and work with that. On this JavaScript is just for the toggle button. Just a little bit of JavaScript there, like probably 0.1% of the whole thing. But yeah. What else? Was there anything else that I wanted to show you guys? Before we start. I don't know. Okay, let's just talk a little bit more about my purpose with this channel and stuff like that. My goals, first of all, to get a job. Yeah, simple as that, you know. But because I'm trying to get a job, I'm also realizing that there are many people outside that I'm in the same situation that I am. And one of the reasons why I started creating content in Spanish was because I found it easier to market myself on the Spanish speaking people, and they'll find me more reliable for X and Y reason. That will get me more customers, and I have never played with no customer. I'm not trying to take money and stuff like that. I'm also doing it with experience, so it's not like I charge a lot of money for this. I probably actually should have charged more, but for the stuff that I did. But you know, learning is a huge path. So what I'm trying to say is, just as I have some insecurities, I know that many people in different from different backgrounds will have many other insecurities too, and they're trying to accomplish the same thing. So what I'm trying to do right now is create a place where you can see how someone with no experience whatsoever in this industry can get a job, because when I'm researching for a YouTube channel of a self-taught front-end developer, self-taught software developer, they already made it, you know, and it kind of discouraged me sometimes because I don't really know if, sometimes I don't think of, no, I mean, they're just really smart. Yeah, they're really smart. They look good. So when they go to any interview, they look good and they're smart. They get the job. But you know, it's not like that. People have insecurities too, and we're just different. But if we really try, if we really work hard, we can make it. We can make it. And that's what I'm trying to show you here, is that even with all of those things that I think they might be insecurities, I'm still gonna make it. You know, I'm still gonna make really awesome projects, and I will get a job eventually. And I want to take you guys to this journey of how I actually am going to make it, you know. And that's a big statement, I know, but I feel like you just need to believe in yourself and do what makes you happy. And to be honest, doing those projects really do make me happy. It's like one of the kind of jobs that I could just be doing over and over. Right now I'm not making that much content. I'm working 12 hours a day. My job is 1.5 hours away, so you know, it's like 3 hours back and forth. So I'm not complaining, you know. It will get done. That's what I'm saying. Like, no matter what you do and where you're coming from, you can do it. So that's the main goal of this channel, to show you that you can do it. So okay, just before we start with JavaScript, we'll go back to global scope and functions. Before we start this, just give me one minute, okay, or maybe 3 minutes, okay. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Give me 1 second.
Captain, we've got a new bearing.
Periscope. Vacationers earning 3 times the points on a tour package with the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards credit card.
Impossible, sir. They're civilians.
Whether you're in uniform or not, PenFed's Pathfinder Rewards card gives you 3 times the points for all travel, not just flights. 1.5 points for everything else.
That'll be great for my next vacation.
As soon as we're back from deployment.
PenFed Credit Union. Visit penfed.org/Pathfinder. Cash advances, credit card checks, and balance transfers are excluded from earning rewards. To receive any advertised product, you must become a member of PenFed, insured by NCUA.
There's many ways to celebrate the return of the McRib. Some cry out in happiness. Some ask, is this the year I try it? And others don't even dare to overthink having this deliciously saucy sandwich. Earn free food when you order the McRib with the app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's, rewards program excludes delivery.
Facebook leads the industry in stopping bad actors online. That's because they've invested $13 billion in teams and technology to enhance safety over the last 5 years. It's working. In just the past few months, they've taken down 1.7 billion fake accounts to stop bad actors from doing harm. But working to reduce harmful and illicit content on their platforms is never done. Learn more about how they're helping people connect and share safely at about.fb.com/safety.
Hello. We're back. Okay, sorry for the delay. Okay, so let's get started now. Global scope and functions. In JavaScript, a scope refers to the visibility of variables. Variables, which are defined outside of a function block, have a global scope. This means they can be seen everywhere in your JavaScript code. Variables, which are declared without the let or const keyword, are automatically created in the global scope. This can create unintended consequences elsewhere in your code or when you're running a function again. You should always declare your variables with let or const. Using let or const, declare a global variable named myGlobal outside of any function. Initialize it with a value of 10. Inside a function, fun1, assign 5 to oops global without using the let or const keyword. Give me a second. For some reason, my mouse is not showing up. Okay. Sorry. So if I'm clicking on the app, it actually shows on the stream. And I didn't know, so I had clicked on the OBS system, and I'll try to see like the mouse movement and stuff, and it wouldn't show up. Okay, declare my global variable below this line. Function. So using let or const, declare a global variable named myGlobal. So let myGlobal equal to inside a function f1, assign 5 to oops global without using let or const keyword. So bar oops global equal to no. Hmm. So what is going on?
Scope refers to the visibility of variables. Variables which are defined outside of a function block have global scope. Global scope means they can be seen everywhere in your JavaScript code. For instance, I'm going to declare a variable right here called myGlobal. I'll set it to 10. Now, since this is set outside of a function, we can see it anywhere in the whole code, even in this function right here called fun2. We can see that we reference it here, and we're going to be able to see it. Now, this is an if statement, which we will talk more about later, but we're checking if the type of my global does not equal undefined. So it will not equal undefined if it has been defined and the program knows about the variable. Since this is global scope, it does not equal undefined. It equals 10. The program knows about the variable because this is in global scope. So since this function can access the my global variable, we'll run what's in this if statement where we just add to this output variable my global, and then we put with the value of my global, which is 10. Now here's another example where we're going to see if the type of oops global equals undefined. Well, we're going to set that here. So it is possible to set a variable without using the var keyword. So I'm going to set this to oops global equals 5. So you can see here that there is no var keyword. So normally, if you do use a var keyword, since this is within a function, it will be scoped to that function. If we had the var keyword here, this would be scoped to this function, so you would not be able to see it in this function. However, since we forgot to put the var keyword in this example, there's no var keyword, it becomes global automatically. That means you can access it anywhere else in the program, including here. So if we put the var keyword, then oops global would equal undefined. And then we would never have this line in the output. However, since we did not put the var keyword, oops global equals 5, and this will be added to the output. Oops global and then the colon 5. So when we console.log, careful and just enforces the fact that you have to use a var keyword. But 5. These concepts we'll be going over again later with additional examples.
Okay, so the problem that I have was that I was using the var variable to declare. So here should be good to go. Okay, which so that was for global scope. For local scope and function, variables which are declared within the function as well as the function parameters have local scope. That means they're only visible within that function. Here's a function, myTest, with a local variable called log. Function myTest equal foo. So that one. The myTest function call will be displayed as string foo in the console. The console.log will throw an error as log is not defined outside the function. Editor. The editor has two console.logs to help you see what is happening. Check the console as you code to see how it changes. Declare a local variable, my var, inside my local scope and run the test. Note, the console will still display reference error, my var is not defined, but this will not cause the test to fail. So the editor has two console.log. This one that is inside the function, this one is outside the function. To help you see what is happening, check the console as you code to see how it changes. Declare a local variable, my var, inside my local scope. So let my var equal to 5. Semicolon. Run test. Good. So global versus local scope and functions. It is possible to have both local and global variables with the same name. When you do this, the local variable takes precedence over the global variable. In this example, const sumbar close sumbar equal to hat function my fun const sumbar equal to head return sumbar. The function my fun will return the string head because the local version of the variable is present. Add a local variable to my outfit function to override the value of outerwear with the string sweater. Outerwear is equal to t-shirt. In the function my outfit const
Captain, we've got a new bearing.
Periscope. Vacationers earning 3 times the points on the tour package with the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards credit card.
Impossible, sir. They're civilians.
Whether you're in uniform or not, PenFed's Pathfinder Rewards card gives you 3 times the points for all travel, not just flights. 1.5 points for everything else.
That'll be great for my next vacation.
As soon as we're back from deployment.
PenFed Credit Union. Visit penfed.org/pathfinder. Cash advances, credit card checks, and balance transfers are excluded from earning rewards. To receive any advertised product, you must become a member of PenFed, insured by NCUA.
Everybody needs just the right amount of fuel to get going in the morning.
Understanding undefined values returned from a function. A function can include a return statement, but it does not have to. In the case that the function doesn't have a return statement, when you call it, the function processes the inner code, but the return value is undefined.
Breakfast bagels to get you going. Tomorrow morning, imagine a head start. Participate in McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For example, add sum equal to 0. Function add sum equal to sum plus 9. Where sum will be equal to sum plus 9. Add sum, and then none will be replaced by 3. So means that this will be 3. Sum is equal to 0. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3, then the new sum will be 0 with 3. Add sum is a function without the return statement. The function will change the global sum variable, but the return variable of the function is undefined. The function will change the global sum variable, but the return value of the function is undefined. Create a function of 5 without any argument. This function adds 5 to the sum variable, but its return value is undefined. Because I'm not returning sum. Equal to plus 5 semicolon. Assign with a return value. If you recall from our discussion on assigning values in the sign operators, everything to the right of the equal sign is resolved before the value is assigned. This means we can take the return value of a function and assign it to a variable. As long as we have predefined function xn, which adds two numbers together. I'm drinking Sprite today, just in case. I don't drink alcohol. As soon as we have predefined a function sum, which adds two numbers together, then our sum will be equal to sum 5, 12. We call the sum function, which returns a value of 17 and assigns it to the our sum variable. Call the process R function with an argument of 7 and assign its return value to the variable process. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right now. I just want to clarify. So just looking at this. Not this. I'm looking at function. I'm just reading. I like just double checking on terminology and just checking on examples so I can have an idea of how it's done. So I know it is simple, but I just want to make sure that I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do it correctly, but trying just to read more of the definitions and stuff alongside what I'm doing this. So here we have to call the function. So it'll be process arg with an argument of 7, and then what I'm not sure is the part of returning the value to set and to process. So
it's simple to assign a returned value to a variable. See right here we have the function change, and you pass in a number and it's going to return the result of this mathematical expression. So when we call the function change and pass in the 10, the value that is returned from this function is going to be stored in this variable here. We can do the same thing down here. First we initialize the variable processed, and process arg, it's going to return the result of this mathematical expression. So I can set processed to equal what this function returns. So I can say processed arg, and then I'll just pass in the number 7 here. And now processed equals the result of this mathematical expression.
okay. So what was my problem here? So bar process is how can I see what I'm okay. So it should be process equal to process arg with the argument of 7. Will that be correct? Yes. Okay. In computer science, let me put them back. In computer science, a queue is an abstract data structure where items are kept in order. New items can be added to the back of the queue, and all items are taken off from the front of the queue. Write a function next in line which takes an array and a number item as arguments. Add the number to the end of the array, then remove the first element of the array. The next inline function should then return the element that was removed. Okay. Write a function next in line. Function next in line which takes an array and an item. Function next in line. Okay. Add the number to the end of the array, then remove the first element of the array. Add the number to the end of the array. Oh, this is with returning. Surface chip. Okay. Yes, it was with the push and shift method. The shift method removes the first element of an array. It also returns the element removed. So it's asking me to return the element that was removed. So for that, and then push. So first I'm gonna push. So should I just no, I don't think it'll be like this. Yeah, I write that push because what I'm doing is okay. I need to specify what item am I going to be. I mean whether the array of the or the end. So push. Push item at the end. call the shift function method on R to get the first item and storage unit. Remove. Return remove. Test. Next line. Okay, so with the function next in line, we have an array and an item. What they're asking me is, well, this has been written already. Add the number to the end of the array.
Mr. Kelly. Oh, hey, Sergeant. What's all this? With all the time I've
been
home,
that push
what an amazing place to balance your check.
item.
With a personal loan from PenFed, I was able to borrow the entire cost, up to $50,000, at a great low rate with no hidden fees and a simple pre-qualify. But you're not in the military. Everyone gets great rates at PenFed, whether you're in uniform or not. I feel more enlightened already.
PenFed Credit Union. Visit penfed.org/loans. To receive any advertised product, you must become a member of PenFed, insured by NCUA.
We need to. Why do we need to involve the bar?
I know this is true because before breakfast,
Variable
I
remove.
put my phone in the refrigerator and couldn't find the keys that were already in my hand. Nothing gets the morning going like the first sip of
That is
iced
equal
coffee.
to array.
Any size and any flavor for 99
That
cents.
shift.
11 a.m. Price and participation may vary.
Facebook leads the industry in stopping bad actors online. That's because they've invested $13
Because they're,
billion in teams and technology to enhance safety over the last 5 years.
Return
It's
to the
working. In just the past few months, they've taken down
So if
1.7
they want us
billion
to
fake
return
accounts to
this
stop bad
element,
actors from doing harm.
to
But
show
working to
this
reduce
element,
harmful and illicit content on their
we need
platforms is
to
never
return
done. Learn
remove,
more about how they're helping people connect and share
which
safely
remove
at about
will be equal to the element that
fb.com/safety.
was taken out of the array. In other words, that was removed. So running test, I completed console out here. Before was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's this one? And after we push the first item. Next in line should return a number. here. So it goes on the log before. JSON test array. Shift this one. Now console.learn next in line. So we're calling this function test array, and we'll pass in the argument of text array, which is this one, which another time will be this array right here. And then we pass in the item, which is the number 6. And that's why when we push item, and item is equal to 6, that's why we're pushing 60 here. Okay. Then console.log after, we'll type after JSON identified test array. So that's why, and after doesn't, okay. Another data type is the boolean. Booleans may only be one of two values, true or false. They basically little on and off switches, where true is on and false is off. These two states are mutually exclusive. Note, Boolean values are never written with codes. The strings true and false are not Booleans and have no special meaning in JavaScript. Modify the welcome Booleans function so that it returns true instead of false when the run button is clicked. So welcome to Booleans. Modify the welcome to Booleans function so that it returns true instead of false when the run button is clicked. So do. Use conditional logic with if statements. If statements are used to make decisions in code. The keyword if tells JavaScript to execute the code in the curly braces under certain conditions, defining the parentheses. These conditions are known as Boolean conditions, and they may only be true or false. When the condition evaluates to true, the program executes the statement inside the curly braces. When the Boolean condition evaluates to false, the statement inside the curly braces will not execute. So the code. If condition is true, then a statement is executed. So the code, if my condition returns true, and if this one is false, then it won't be more, and then it will just return it was false. Test true returns the string so for test I'm adding the argument of the Boolean true, which returns the string it was true, and test false return the string it was false. When test is called with a value of true, the if statement evaluates my condition to see if it's true or not. Since it's true, the function returns it was true. When we call test with a value of false, my condition is not true. When we call test with and the summon in the curly braces is not executed and the function returns it was false. Create an if statement inside the function to return yes, that was true, if the parameter was that true. If true, and return no, that was false otherwise. So function, true or false? Was that true? So for was that true? It'll be if was that true, it's true, so it will return because it will change this, and so if I add, yeah, once called true or false as true, it will change here and here. So if true, since it's true, it will return yes. That was true. If the parameter was that true, it's true, and return no. What the fuck? That was false. Otherwise, return it. Return no. That was false. Otherwise, oh, it's not my code. There are many comparison operators in JavaScript. All of these operators return a boolean true or false value. The most basic operator is the equality operator, 2 equals. The equality operator compares two values and returns true if they are equivalent or false if they are not. Note that equality is different from assignment equal, which assigns the value on the right of the operator to a variable on the left. Function equality test myVal is if myVal is equal to 10, return equal. If not, not equal. If myVal is equal to 10, then the operator returns true, so the code in the curly braces will execute, and the function will return equal. Otherwise, the function will return not equal. In order for JavaScript to compare two different data types, for example numbers and strings, it must compare one type to the other. This is known as type coercion. I'll learn how to pronunciate this word. Once it does, however, it can compare terms as follows: 1 equal to 1, 1 equal to 2, 1 equal to 1. In order, these expressions will evaluate to true, false, true, and true. Add the, so yeah, it can be a number or a string. Add the equality operator to indicate a line so that the function will return the string equal. when val is equal to 12. It's equivalent to 12. So function test equal val. If val, we'll change this line, this one.
Captain, we've got a new bearing.
Periscope. Vacationers earning 3 times the points
Return
on
equal
the
what?
with the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards credit card.
Impossible, sir. They're civilians.
Whether you're in uniform or not, PenFed's Pathfinder Rewards card gives you 3 times the points for all travel.
Equivalent to 12.
1.5 points for everything else.
Equal.
As soon as we're back from deployment.
PenFed Credit Union. Visit penfed.org/pathfinder.
There you go.
Cash advances, credit card checks, and balance transfers.
Equal 12.
Receive any advertised product.
So if val is equal to 12, then returns
Waiting
equal.
for Black Friday appliance deals? Get to Brady
not-
with Black Friday pricing.
Not equal.
Guaranteed for
So
one
since
day
we're
only
testing
this
for
Saturday
10,
at Bray
here
and
we'll
Scarf.
return
Make
not
your
equal.
one-on-one VIP appointment for incredible Bray Day shopping now with doorbuster deals like
So,
exclusive package rebates and free basic
it's
installation
11:30.
on select GE profile
Guys,
and packages.
I know we
Bray Day
haven't
is
done
one
much
day
of
only
Free
this
Code Cam,
Saturday,
which
so
is
don't
what
miss
we
it.
actually
Shop
here for.
local at Bray
But
and Scarf, where it doesn't
since
cost
on
more
my
to
first
get
video, I was a little shy and you know, well, there are still a lot of things, you know, just going through my mind while I'm explaining, so I get lost and haven't got used to it. But I feel like in my first video I didn't explain things effectively, so that's why it took me a bit of time to do that here in this one. I appreciate if you watch till the end. I'll still try to start cutting up the videos in part so you can actually get to see a little bit more of, you know, these streams, depending on what the topic is. So, but for next week, because I start working tomorrow, and as I say, I work 12 hours a day, and it takes me, and it's 3 hours drive in total. So it's an hour and a half from here to go, and I mean back and forth. So I cannot stream during those days. On top of that, it's overnight, so it will be really hard for me to do it. But hopefully we'll be back on Monday with more videos for you guys, and on Monday we'll actually go into a lot of these free code camp exercises. I know I made a lot of mistakes. Sometimes I'll be concentrating in pronunciating the words correctly, so I don't really pay attention, so I have to go back and actually read it and understand it. You know, I hope that I can improve the quality of the streams over time, and that you can actually start enjoying my videos. So please be tuned. I'll be letting you guys know when my next stream will be. So thank you for everything, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you have a nice one.